So let's take a look at how it is affecting you, Capricorn. Okay, this is the 3. It does look like you have made some of those really important changes. It does look like there may be, may be holding a resentment towards someone. So if you can release that resentment and speak of it, neutralize the situation, that would be great, Capricorn. It also looks like you are growing a lot, that you are letting go of some things in life that no longer serve you and kind of embracing new things that do serve you. I'm also feeling, looking into the distance, you may be planning an overseas trip of some kind. This can be either work related or personal, but it does look like it, looking off into the distance, it does look like someplace you've wanted to visit for quite a while, but getting your ducks in a row. It's going to take getting ducks in a row and possibly saving for the future. These yellow is popping up here in almost every card. So it does feel like new beginnings for you. The sun is here as well. So that's, baby steps, new beginnings, taking an idea from your head and incorporating it into, or manifesting it into the physical world. So it does look like you're taking some time to redo your bucket list. You have had some changes in your life. Some you have initiated, some you have not. So what are you going to do with those changes? You got to fill in that space with something. So it does look like projects are coming to you and redoing bucket list type of things. So that is what's happening presently. The Page of Swords, I'm really feeling like this is a message of some kind. Swords are news of problems or difficulties, troubles. Could relate to a young person getting into a little bit of a pickle type of thing, but something will come to your awareness in a message of some sort, and it may be something that you will need to help resolve, or it may just be a problem of someone else's that you hear about, but it does look like you will be initiated in part of the resolution. So the sun is above you here. This is new beginnings, baby steps, taking an idea, putting it out into the world, kind of pushing fear aside, but trying new things and different things. And it does look like you're excited about trying something new. This could be something you've always wanted to do. The sun is shining brightly on it, like it's a very good idea. Stepping out of your comfort zone, and the nakedness of the child here is kind of lighting up for me, that it is simplistic in terms, but it will benefit you greatly to try something new and something that you never thought you would even be interested in. So give it a try. Plant those seeds of ideas, watch them grow, and don't be afraid to step into manifesting them on the physical plane. But it does look like something that is already in motion. It will be a continuation of that. And it does look like it's something fun and passion-driven versus like work-related. Something that has just happened in the past. In North America right now, it is summertime, so we're having a lot more invitations and a lot more time to get out in the world and be more social. So it does look like your social calendar is picking up. That has become part of your awareness already. It's in the past position. This may be gathering with friends, not so much family stuff, but it does look like a place where you can heal and laugh and just be yourself and kind of gather with folks that you feel totally comfortable and at ease with. But it does look like your social calendar is starting to amp up. And so get out in the world and accept some of those invitations. People have missed your smiling face, Capricorn. So it's time to interact a little bit with the gal pals or the dudes, whatever it is. But it's time to come out of the cave a little bit, Capricorn, and socialize. The next one is the Emperor. This is usually, he shows up when a decision is to be made and you have to take the high road, or you have to make a hard decision. Follow your heart, stay in integrity around it. You may have to set some healthy boundaries where there were none before. But the Emperor is one of great wisdom. This may stand for an actual person that is your mentor or someone that you trust, but it does look like there is a situation that you need to take the high road on. And even if those around you are, having knee-jerk reactions, throwing a temper tantrum, no is a valid boundary. I encourage you to use that. For your health, and put down some of the anger. There's some anger around this situation that is shifting. The shift is already happening, so you might as well go with the flow. Set your boundaries. It may have to do with a problematic child or younger person. So you may have to set some healthier boundaries around what you're willing to give and what you're not. So, but it does look like a big shift in something that has been needing to happen for a while. So it's just kind of like putting your foot down, making you first. But it also does look like taking the high road, and you may have to ask for advice from a mentor or fatherly figure. But whatever the situation is, you take the high road, Capricorn. It does look like it may be a moral dilemma. Okay, what is next is the 7. It's the 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups can stand for two things. It also it can stand for kind of living in a dream world, not looking at things as they totally are, but looking at them as you wish them to be. It also can stand for redoing your bucket list. What are your highest creative essence and dreams in this life? I think it stands for a little of both. It's feeling a little bit of both. In order to recreate where you are, you must look at it honestly. This is not a judgment, but a spirit is encouraging you to look at things as they actually are. That is the only way you can heal from them. But it does look like there is some false information that you're making decisions based on, and it doesn't look like it came from you, that it came from someone else. So see if you can research everything before you make that final decision. Look at things how they truly are. And I also feel that it is time to redo some of the bucket list. You have met and mastered a lot of things on that list, or some of them are just outdated and do not appease anymore. So take a look at that mental list, fill it in with the things that you've always wanted to do, and release the things that no longer serve. And please, please look at the situation as it truly is, not as you wish it to be. King of Swords here. I'm feeling that has some bearing on some of these things. This is an air sign. That's Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So I'm feeling that Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, someone that may be over 30, over 40, has misinformed you of something that you're trying to make a decision on, and it doesn't feel like things are falling into place because it's based on a misinformation. You may have to challenge this with some integrity. The Emperor is right across from here, so it does look like you may have to blow some of this jive out of the water. You may have to confront some things that are unpleasant. Now, this air sign doesn't necessarily mean it's a man, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. This can be a woman, but it's someone who has great wisdom or is a bit older than 30 or 40. But it also feels like it's someone that is, this sword is lighting up, like their words can be really cutting and kind of out of pocket. So try not to react to how they was presented. You are not responsible for how they present themselves. You're only responsible for how you present yourself. And if you can find neutrality, even if their words are a little cutting and biting, that will help you both grow. The 9 here in the hopes and dreams situation, but this card does look like you've been losing a little sleep or sleeping too much. Things are laying very heavy on your shoulders and kind of stagnant. Looking at the big picture in this case, looks like it's a little overwhelming. It looks like there is smattering of anger and frustration. So these issues may not be yours at all. They may be somebody handing you their problems to resolve, which just won't work. So take one thing at a time to resolution, release it, and then look at the next. But it's too overwhelming to look at everything. But it does look like you may be having stress, headaches. The head here is lighting up for me. It may be affecting your stomach as well. So look at things one at a time. Accept them, do what you can, and complete to resolution before you look at the next thing. Doing so many things at once gets a little overwhelming for you, and it looks like things fall by the wayside, or nothing gets completed if there's too much on your plate. So pick one thing at a time to completion. You don't have to finish them all. And it does look like half of these responsibilities are really not yours in the first place. So you may want to give them back to whoever they are. Okay, Capricorn, it does look like you've been isolating a little bit. Maybe not dealing with some of this, just removing yourself from it. That will work for a while. It will not resolve in its entirety by doing this, but it does look like you've kind of snuck into the man cave or the woman cave. I encourage you to figure out your game plan while in there and then step out of it. Sometimes it's easy to just run away. I encourage you to take the time that you need to sort out the best course of action, and then come out of that cave and put it to use. But it does look like this is so overwhelming that you've had to run away from some situations. So I encourage you, if you look things one at a time, then you won't need to run away from everything. And some things aren't really yours to deal with anyway. So if you look at them, figure out what's yours, what's somebody else's, and what does not need to be dealt with by you right now. The Queen of Cups is here. It does feel like a woman. She does stand for emotions. She stands for taking the high road, something very emotional, maybe landing in your lap. If it is a person, it is a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This does feel like someone that has always had your back, always been in your corner type thing. This may be a family member, or like a family member, very good friend. It does feel like it's in a female body. It can be an effeminate man, but for the most part, it's someone who is very much in touch with their emotions. Capricorn, sometimes you cut your emotions off kind of very coldly when you're not ready to deal with them. So take a hint from the Queen of Cups. Allow some of those emotions to come in so you can speak your truth, resolve some things. But it does look like some static between you and this Queen of Cups happened in the past. And it does feel like some resolution or some cleaning up of the past will happen between you and this Queen of Cups. But it does look like it's a positive. You'll have to own your part in it as she will own hers. But it may take you putting the olive branch out there, making the first move. But it does look like some static or some pain from the past has separated you. And it does look like it's time to resolve and get closer together and reignite that beautiful friendship. And it does look like she was in your tribe for a while and now she's not. And it does look like you will have to take the first step into cleaning up some miscommunications. What is on the left side of this is the 2. It's finding your balance. It's also feeling like, as you've gone inside yourself a little bit, it's almost like you're putting up the barriers. You're feeling a little bit, what is the word? Picked on, focused on, defensive. You're feeling a little bit defensive. You're guarding your heart a little bit and kind of not looking at what's going on, just removing yourself. So that doesn't serve. I encourage you to pull that blindfold off. Look at the things that you can resolve, you can speak of. Put down these swords of protection a little bit. Be a little more open to other people's opinions and how they process. It doesn't necessarily have to go your way to be resolved. I know you are a powerhouse of strength and tenacity. Others do not necessarily resolve their problems as diligently as you do. So allow others their lessons, allow others their flow, and re-step into the light of either a friendship or a relationship that has kind of been on the outs for a while. The Wheel of Fortune is here. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is whatever you put into it, you'll get back tenfold. So keep that in mind. If you approach kind of hostilely, that's what you're going to get. If you approach with love and kindness and an open heart and open mind, that's what you'll get. So whatever you put into certain situations, this feels like interpersonal situations, not so much like a work situation, but this feels like friends, family, not involved in work, but it does require some interaction on your part. So I encourage you to step into that Wheel of Fortune space. Keep that positive mindset that you have and keep your words positive, even if you disagree. So whatever you put into the situation, you will get back tenfold. So that is your reading, Capricorn, for the month of July. I'm going to throw a couple of clarity cards. These are past life cards. They are Doreen Virtue cards, and she's really great about picking one or two words and just bringing it on home. So let's see what she has to say. We have forgiveness. All right. So it's time to forgive that person, the situation, and the static that happened. Looks like a couple of years ago. And now it's time to clean that mess up. You may have to take the high road, but at least make an attempt. Make an attempt. You are not responsible how people react. You are responsible how you present. So forgiveness of yourself and others would be great. It rents too much time in your head otherwise. And the next thing is trust and faith. So trust and faith in the journey and yourself and others. You're exactly where you're supposed to be in life, even if it's uncomfortable.